enacted. And we have heard from several heads of law enforcement, including the Hamilton County Sheriff and the police chief in Martinsville, and they tell us they won't enforce the order. The governor has said officers will not be stopping people who are seen not wearing a mask in public.
Yeah, multiple law enforcement agencies in central Indiana say they will not enforce the statewide face mask mandate. So far, sheriff's departments in Hamilton, Johnson County, Whiteland police say they're not going to enforce it because it's unconstitutional. Not that they don't agree with it, because they say it's not a law. This morning, Hamilton County Sheriff Dennis Quakenbush is joining us now over the phone. Sorry, Sheriff, if I got the name not exactly right, but good morning to you.
Good morning, and you nailed it. Great job.
Okay, I saw it coming really quickly. I want to talk to you about this because I think sometimes in a quick headline, things cannot be as clear. You're not opposed. Well, tell us why you are opposed to it.
Absolutely. So what I wanted to be clear about, this has nothing to do with anyone's opinion on masks, whether they're good or bad. And I think that for me personally, I would like to encourage everyone to use appropriate precautions, to follow the CDC guidelines, and to do what they can to protect themselves and their neighbors.
Let's talk about that too.
Yeah,
let's dive right in on that, on why for you it's about a mandate versus what is law and what you would like maybe the governor to do.
Absolutely. I think I, like a lot of Americans, are just concerned about the erosion of our freedoms and liberties. And we're a country of laws, and so we need to make sure that we're following those, that those that are closest to the people are the ones that are making those laws, that we have separate branches of government so that we have proper checks and balances in place, and that we are following what our forefathers intended.
And you can hear a lot of people saying, oh, thank goodness, I'm glad that there's someone like that doing that. But then you can hear the other side saying, my goodness, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Can't you just make everybody right now put the mask on for the next couple of weeks to see if it helps? What do you say to them?
Absolutely. Well, the emergency declaration was started on March 6th. And the governor has the ability to call the legislation into session to discuss, debate this issue, and to enact laws. And so that can be done very quickly. That is not something that has to take a lot of time. This is about having separate branches of government and your legislators enacting law, not the executive branch of government, who is also charged with enforcing the law.
Have you reached out to the governor and said, hey, will you please make this happen or anything like that?
No, the governor and I have not spoken. I have spoken to a couple of people on his campaign team, but I have not spoken with the governor.
Okay, and so again, if when this goes into effect on Monday, you guys will not be enforcing going around,
Yes, but can I be clear on one other thing? So there are other avenues for laws to be enacted through local governments. The Fishers government has been doing a good job of communicating and enacting local ordinances. Businesses have the right to make laws for their own businesses. The courts and school boards also have those rights. So I just want to make clear that I am specifically talking about a prohibition statewide from anyone 8 years old and up, and the governor enacting that. That is the prohibition that I am concerned about.
Thank you very much for clarifying that and making sure that everybody knows where you stand on that. Hamilton County Sheriff Dennis, we do appreciate you clarifying everything, and we want to make sure that we give you the time to make sure everybody's factual here. Good to see you, or hear from you at least.